start the recording and we'll let the magic happen. All right, then I'd love to hear from each of you. I doubt that this is the first health expert that you've seen or you've met or anything. Who before you met Regan, what were you looking for, and kind of what was your story with health before him?
We had been working with a functional medicine doctor for about 4 or 5 years. And initially when we started, we needed a lot of help and made some good gains. And then the last year and a half, 2 years, were kind of stalled out and weren't really getting any better or making any gains. And so we were, looking and interested in, what else is out there.
Yeah. Would you define gains for me? So it sounds like you were able to get some progress with other people and you hit the plateau. What were you looking for when you were hitting the plateau, and what was happening instead?
Andrea originally had a lot of inflammation that we didn't really know about. She could pop ibuprofen almost by the handful all day long. And then we had kind of an aha moment. We met with that doctor, and he kind of explained what was going on and got us onto our first supplements and had us modify our diet, all those kind of things. And the initial progress was good. We could see it in the blood results, the lab results. So we made really good progress on that, but there were just some other things showing in the test results that we needed to address. And their particular program wasn't quite as organized as we thought it should be. So once we met with Regan and his team and saw what they were doing and how they had everything organized, a real game plan for attacking whatever was as healthy as we wanted it to be. So we saw that and just felt a lot more comfortable with it. That he had a better program, a better way of handling our situations.
I would love to get clear on exactly what's the difference here. And it sounds like, so we had data before. Lots of functional medicine practitioners, they have data, they have plans. And I think it's one of my favorite things about it. But there still wasn't, it still didn't add up to results for you all the way, or it didn't, the data didn't make sense in a clear plan for you. And with Regan, there was a bigger plan than just here's the labs and the data, here's where we're going, which I think is really important. If you've been going through with different health practitioners, you want stuff that's really going to stick. And probably if we're at this point, we've made our fair share of mistakes and are probably satisfied with how many of those we make. And now we just want to follow a process that we can actually follow, right?
Yeah, the process is a real good word. Our previous doctor had some protocols that he would go through, but it was kind of a meandering process. Whereas Reagan's got it 6 months all mapped out. Here's the first round, second round. It's very specific. We know exactly what he's targeting, exactly what he's sending us. So just the process of a very clear, defined process. Even when our initial lab results, when they sat down and reviewed our results, they had a way of grading it, essentially, kind of identifying, well, this is where you are. You really would rather be here instead.
That and the lab work that they do is incredibly comprehensive. I mean, we over the years have done several tests, but they're focused on one tiny thing, and this was just pages of data. I mean, I don't think there's a thing in the body that they didn't test us for.
Yeah. And how did you appreciate the support? Like what made this difference in terms of the connections and the help that they provided? So there was a bigger plan and a bigger picture, and they were able to help keep you on track and support you in a lot of different ways. rather than just sending you a box of supplements and saying good luck, right?
Right. So as soon as we signed up, we sat down with Andy. I think she's called a health coach advisor or something like that. She's so much more than that. And we immediately mapped out all of our appointments. So you meet with someone, it's like every 2 weeks, meet with your health advisor. Every 4 weeks, you meet with more of a functional medicine practitioner. Every 4 weeks. We've got they have a trainer on staff, Tristan, who's great. Meet with him every 4 weeks. You know, it's a staggered schedule, so it works out. But you know, all of that was mapped out as soon as we signed up, and so really the whole start to finish, everything is well designed.
And us personally, we met Regan through a mastermind, health mastermind that he hosted at his office. So we got to meet everybody there in the office, and they were all very sharp, very thoughtful, very caring, and that remained that way throughout the program. Tristan in particular would send us an email every week with new exercise routines to focus on. Andy was always available to us. Even Regan, at one point, I managed to break my collarbone, and we shot him a quick email and asked if there was anything he could do, and he said, "Definitely, let me get you some peptides out to you, and it'll help bone healing."
I love that. That's a personal touch.
Yeah.
I would love, so what it sounds like here is the extra support in the beginning and throughout allowed you to trust the process more and even trust yourselves within the process more. How did things go differently when you were really able to commit to this process and feel fully supported in it?
It's a little, initially, when you hear about the program, it's a little daunting, you know, giving yourself peptide injections and all the other regimens, detox programs and everything. But everybody there was so helpful, making themselves so available.
Encouraging.
They were totally on our side, part of our team.
Yeah, and Andy was phenomenal. I mean, she stayed on us, but she was always so uplifting, and you know, really made sure our focus was in the right place, and that we were, based on what our goals were, that we were moving in the right direction.
Yeah. So what's available to you now that you have upgraded your health? You have a new level of control and clarity in what you're doing. What's possible in your life now that this has been achieved?
I mean, sounds kind of cliche, but I think anything.
It really did touch on so many things, you know, small things, small changes in your day, bigger changes, even ways to sort of deal with pressure and stress going forward. Andrea's results were a little bit more dramatic than mine. She used to be terrible at sleeping, and now she has good night's sleep, and it's just sort of changed her life, just something as small as that.
You stole my big moment.
Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
That's actually, oh, go ahead, Andrea.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, that the sleep piece to me was huge. I had not slept a full night's sleep in over 20 years. And I didn't think that I could. I mean, I just didn't think it was possible. And I sleep through the night now. I mean, it's taken a lot of work to get there, but that to me has been life-changing.
Yeah. How has your relationship with each other changed by going through this process together and by experiencing health benefits together?
It's brought us closer, no doubt. I mean, we've always had a good relationship, but now Andrea lets me give her shots. She'd never let me do that before. Not that I want to. But we had some other small sort of exercises that we did also. Even with Andy, she had us keeping a gratitude. We kept our own gratitude journals every day, things that we were thankful for. And then after a little while, she encouraged us to share them with each other. And A lot of the times we were grateful for each other, and to get the opportunity to read those thoughts was great.
Yeah, we've been together for 22 years, and I would say, I mean, so obviously we have a deep relationship, but just experiencing changes together and, seeing each other get better, it's just really deepened our connection.
Can you recall a moment when you noticed you were feeling a lot better and a really big tangible result in yourself or in the other?
Well, for me, it was the first time I slept through the night, and then it happened again and again. And Kevin just kept encouraging me, and Andy did as well. And that to me just changed everything. I mean, I almost want to cry about it, because I really didn't think that it was going to be possible. So.
Wow.
I noticed some obvious changes in the gym. Part of what Regan was helping me do was to add lean muscle, and a couple, I don't know how long into the program, I could just tell when I was in the gym with my trainer and asking him to put more weights on, do more reps, more weights. And I was like, this has to be from Regan's program.
Yeah, every time I look over, they're strapping more weight onto a kettlebell, and I was just so happy for him.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like gold to me. Anything else that I should know about how wonderful your lives are right now because of this new upgraded health?
Brain fog is one that's been a success for both of us. It's nice to not struggle with memories and words and things like that. And that's, something that we notice every day.
Our diet as well has improved, which just makes us feel more energetic. I mean, it wasn't bad before. So I would just say to people who think they're eating well, if there are still improvements that you can make. I mean, I didn't focus on protein very much, and he didn't eat very much veg. And we've, with Tristan's help and Andy's help, we've been able to shift that focus, and overall feel just so much better, more energetic.
Yeah. Very cool. I love this. I feel like we nailed it already. This is really good stuff in here, and I appreciate you two. And I love the angle. I think that both of you going through this together, I think that there's a lot of things I really admire about it. I study relationships a lot, and I think that a couple that commits to succeeding together equally in these kind of things is really set for good growth. So I want to congratulate you on that, and I think that that's a really cool, unique story of health for both of you. Well, with that, I think I think this is good material. I'm gonna close this recording and send it over to Regan. But yeah, we covered a lot. I think the brain fog was awesome. Any other things you'd like to ask or share before we finish up?
So thank you so much for your help.
Thank you. This was very easy.
Yeah,
you made how I like to do it.
And, Andy had asked us, and of course we want to do a testimonial because so many wonderful things are happening, and then it's hard to sit and think, okay, well, what do I want to say and how do I want to say it? So you guiding us through that was awesome.
Very easy conversation. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, beautiful work. And maybe I'll see you two in the office in Utah sometime when I'm passing through. Thanks so much for everything. And yeah, I'll have Andy reach out if we need anything else from you, but I'm sure Regan's going to be delighted to see this.
Great. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. Take care.
Bye.